folks. It's us.
Hi.
Jenifer, Beth, me. Yep,
Hi.
we made it.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Okay, we're stitching and chatting tonight. Jenifer's got a soccer-sized Tamari ball, and she's going to show us how to do some French knots in Tamari, which will be an experience. And we get to ogle that thing, so that'll be fun.
Yay.
So that's coming up. Next week, Gay Ann Rogers will be with us for one or both of the shows as we get ready to start that new project, the Saint-Tropez project. And always fun to talk to Gay Ann Rogers anyway, because you'll learn something every time. Even if you never do a lick of counted canvas work, you'll learn something from Gay Ann Rogers about color or thread or yes, all of that. Sunday is Allison Cole. And you're going to go, oh, another gold worker. Well, no.
No.
Yeah, Allison is a brilliant gold work person. And you go, I don't do gold work, so I'm not interested. Allison was the representative from Australia to the International Festival of Gold Embroidery and Jewelry in Bukhara, Uzbekistan. And we recorded that whole show, and I think the last maybe 8 minutes of it is about upcoming classes she has and things. The rest of it is all about her experience at that festival in Uzbekistan, and it's fascinating, and you're going to want to listen to it because it's fun. What an experience! And we didn't even talk about. She was telling us after the show, she took Air India, and we know don't take Air India.
Take Air
And got food poisoning from bad chicken on the airplane, and so she was traveling and sick, and got there. She got over it, but yeah. But she said the plane worked, but nothing in the plane worked. Toilets, TVs, nothing worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was great. She said she was starting to wonder if they actually paid attention to the parts that fly the plane. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. She's getting a little nervous. I would be nervous on something like that.
Man.
Yeah, I was like, no.
So we left that out of the show. The rest of it is all about her experience at the festival, and wow, what a thing that was. So join us for that, and you can learn more. She has quite a bit on her Facebook page as she was traveling, but it was a good. She's a treat to talk to anyway. She's just a ton of fun, and so that's Sunday. Reminding, I don't know if Kim's here tonight or not, but reminding you, August 5th and 6th, the Beth Seal Summer House Stitch Works workshop at Sassy Jack's Dance of the Wildflowers. If you can make that or you want to go, I'm sure there are still a couple of openings. Give Kim a call and get on the list. I'm sure it'll be good. Beth Seal is, exceptional. So if you're interested in that, then also remind you of the Fiber Talk Friends chart that Kim and Allie put together. There, look at this.
Started.
That started here.
Oh,
let's
is that the
see
scrap
that.
of the yellow that you made for Gary?
Yes. This
Look
is
at you.
the yellow.
Nice.
So,
Yep,
it is yellow.
that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Okay, so you can download that at wetalkfiber.com/friends, and if you stitch it up and then send a picture to Kim, she will take your picture and put it in a scissor fob and send it back to you, no charge. So fun thing to do there. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool,
Thanks,
Beth.
Kim.
Good choice.
Cute.
Good call. Yeah, good call.
Yeah. It was cost. Oh, just so everyone knows, I'm using some of the Cosmos. 9012.
Look at you. All experimental and trying things.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Okay.
There we go.
Might as well. It's a fun stitch.
Kim, I don't know if you were here, but I told everybody there were still openings for Best Seal. If there are not, say so. And then also check out our Stitched Stories unboxing video at wetalkfiber.com/stitched stories. Those kits are really great, and you want to check those out. And then the other thing that I had, Kim in her Friday show this past Friday was talking about what are those scissors that are $100 a piece that everybody's crazy about that have plastic handles?
Kohana.
Kohana, yeah. Kim was demonstrating how those are probably not worth $100 or even $50. But one of the scissors, the question then is, what are the scissors that you would get? And okay, there's still a few spots. August 5 and 6 for Beth Seal, Summer House Stitch Works, Dance of the Wildflowers. So there's still some spots left. So give Kim a call at the shop and get on the list if you're interested. That's a live, in-person type event. So. I got to do the drawing thing. But one of the ones that was mentioned was the Premax scissors. And I have a pair. That's those. And you can tell by that, that little round joint, whatever it's called. But these are just these are wonderful scissors. They really are. And they're good, sturdy. They have a nice hole for your fingers. So that was brought up in Kim's thing, and I just thought, if you're wondering what a Premax scissor is, that's it. It's Italian, sharp as can be, and really, really well made, beautiful scissors. So I just wanted to show that. Giveaway tonight. Oh, okay. Let's see. That's all the announcements. Winners from last week. The Rainbow Gallery thread packs went to New. You should all have them by now. They were mailed Saturday. So I would think by now you have them. If not, you'll get them by tomorrow. Nooper Heisey, Charlotte Jorgensen, Sarah Sartori, and Vicki Marston all won the thread packs. And then the needlepoint kits went to Magali. I like that name. I wish I knew how to pronounce it. Magali or De Grutola. I'd like to know how to pronounce that. Kathy Renard, Lori Namaki, and Tracy Whalen all won kits. So we're doing the same from the same stash of things this week. So for anybody new out there, I have to go through this every time to make sure everybody knows. To enter the drawing, it's just for people who are here at the live show. You send an email to Gary@WeTalkFiber.com. It's right down there at the bottom. And in the subject line, we're going to two different ones. So in the subject line, if you want a chance at one of the 4 packs of Rainbow Gallery flair. These are just stash building packages of flair. There's 4 packages that Marga put together. She kind of looks for most of it, she actually planned the colors. So
Yeah,
they look
good.
nice.
look at Marga go.
Good job, Marga.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
job.
So,
those all look good together.
Yeah, it looks like there's about a dozen in each one. So if you want to have a chance to win that, in the subject line you put rainbow, just the word rainbow, and in the body of the email you put your name and address. Okay. So there's 4 of those tonight, and then there are 4 counted canvas charts tonight. And those are, the subject line is needlepoint. So you can enter one, the other, or both, but only enter once in each one. And I really felt bad last week. I had a couple of people who put in the subject line rainbow and or subject needlepoint. Well, that put them into my main inbox, and it was a couple days later when I discovered those. You missed out. So I felt bad for you. But so you got to enter 2 emails to be in each one. You can choose or you can be in both. Just enter once and just use those subject line, rainbow or needlepoint. Don't put anything else in there, and then it works out beautifully. Okay, so the 4 that we're giving away tonight, and this one pains me to give away. It pains me. This is a Michael Boren design, Daphne. And this pains me, but I'm giving it. Yeah.
Oh, very generous.
Wow.
Very generous of you.
This one hurts.
Very
Okay.
Yeah.
And this one, these are all kits. Okay. These are all kits. So I didn't go through to check and make sure all the threads here, but at least a majority of it's here. So one of them is Michael Boren's Daphne. That's a stunner. That's a good one there. Another one is Laura Perrin's Snowflake Star, kind of a quilt square thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I want you to
Very
look
cool
at the colors in this.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
pretty. Look at those purples.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff. So that's Laura Perrin's Snowflake Star, right? Then this one, this is an old one, 1991, Ruth Dilts. Ruth Dilts, but look at that. This is called Feather and Fan.
Oh, wow.
These are all kits too, by the way.
Very
So
pretty.
Nice.
the majority of the thread, if not all of it, should be here for you. And most of it's DMC stuff, so you can easily get what you want. And then the other one is a Northern Pine Designs Diamond Mosaic. This one also.
Oh,
Ooh,
pretty.
pretty
Yeah.
colors.
Now this is an old one, 1998. But I looked at the graphs, and you can do it. Yeah. See, this is easy
Yeah.
to do. Easy to do. So those are the 4 tonight, and that's a kit too. That's a full deal kit.
Wow,
So
how generous.
yeah. So this friend of mine who gave me all these, she had obviously bought them and kitted them up, and then decided later not to do them. So we benefit. So those are the 4. So for that one, you just put needlepoint in the subject line. You can enter both, okay? And then I have this one for the cross stitchers. If you're somebody who likes to torture yourself, and I'm not even going to do a drawing. Just email me and put fractal in the thing. And if I get more than one person interested in this, I'll do a drawing. But
Oh, wow.
look at that thing.
Dang.
I hate to say I have a fractal.
Have you tried it?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
But remember, I have engineers, remember, and they
Yes.
like, yeah, they like
Well,
those.
teach them how to cross stitch, and then they can have a fractal.
This is
Yeah,
this
no.
is the cloth right here.
Ooh,
Wow.
It's
ooh,
Ada.
on black.
It's black
Oh.
Ada cloth,
Oh my goodness.
which is why I say if you like to torture yourself, it's black Ada cloth,
Oh my
heavy
gosh.
stuff. But just look at the chart. I can show this chart because there's
I
no
know,
way you
right?
decipher anything out of that.
I mean,
You
Yeah,
know, that's
there,
just.
it's,
goodness.
Is that what yours is like too, Beth?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think it'll just be something I have in my stash until
Yeah.
I get so old I realize there's no way I'm stitching it. And then I'll, give it away.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So if
It's
you want
gorgeous.
this thing, email me. Just put the word fractal in the subject line, and I'll send it to you. If more than one person does, I'll do a drawing. But it's beautiful. I'm sure it's stunning when it's done. But
Oh yeah.
that's yeah. Oof. So if you want that one, that just doesn't fit with anything in terms of a giveaway. So, but I know I'll never do it. So there's that. So that's the drawings tonight. Send your emails. Do it during the show. I do the drawing right after the show, and we'll get those out to you. And the people who won last week should have your. You should have yours by now, or by tomorrow, I would think, because I think they were all in the States this time, so they should all make it.
All right. Well, 2 things. Inherited Stitches said she entered for it because she thought it was beautiful. And then
Okay.
Cindy Baldwin said she saw that fractal stitched and it's stunning.
Oh yeah.
I bet it is a beautiful stitch.
Well, look at that. I mean, it's gorgeous. The picture alone.
Yeah.
No.
Is it
Not-
called for silk or DMC?
Um,
I bet silk would really shine.
yeah, I'm 14. I'm 14 count. It's 25 by 22. It's DMC. Look at this. Look at this. This is the page of colors.
Oh wow. Yep.
It's okay, but it's under 80, right? So it sometimes they'll tell you how many colors it is.
No, it doesn't say this time.
Okay.
But yeah, there you go. And this is not a kit. It's just the chart and the cloth.
Right.
Yeah. But you can get DMC anywhere.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But cracks me up, you know.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People who like to copy things, go ahead, copy it. Have a good time. Here, let me hold it. Let me hold it real steady and real close. There, copy that. Yeah.
Oh no.
Have fun. So if you want that, sounds like one person already has, so I'll do a little drawing. On black Congress cloth. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh.
That'd be gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a good idea though, because that's the thing. The Congress cloth would actually be easier to see than the Ada.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
would
it'd be a little
agree.
smaller. And you only have to use one strand
Yep.
on the Congress cloth. And you get decent coverage, right? I would think.
I
Just
would
one.
think so. I mean, even, you know what? We're just here to play tonight anyway. So hang on.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
not
look.
too bad.
That's not bad,
Hmm.
but still, holy
But I
smokes!
still think you'd need to do two strands on the Ada, even if it's 18 count. But
I
you'd
would
have to
think
try
so.
it because you'd want to cover that really good.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
think. You'd have to play.
I like 2 strands on 18, but I like that thicker unless I'm doing a primitive and I want it to be thin.
Yeah.
But I like it poofier.
Yeah.
So,
This is heavy
Right.
cloth too. This is really heavy.
oh my goodness.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. Sounds like we got at least one taker. So at least it'll go somewhere where it's wanted, because it's just going to collect dust here. So
Oh, you're not going to stitch it, huh, Gary?
that ain't happening. When I first got it, I thought, oh, can you imagine if you finish that thing? Can you imagine what that looks like? And then I looked at the chart and I thought, no, there's just no way. No way. And it's so stinking big. It's just no way. What were you saying? Deb DeCrane is here somewhere. She's
Yeah.
in Maine
She's in
doing
Maine.
Japanese stuff. Just the Maine part. That's all I care about.
Yeah. Did you see her picture of her view that she posted on Facebook?
Yes. Yes.
Oh no, I
So
haven't
she's
been
got
on
this view of
Facebook.
the ocean and her little stitching areas in front so she can look at the ocean. I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
you put that. It's 93 degrees, 96 degrees in the shade here. Thanks, Deb.
Yeah.
Thanks, Deb.
Yeah. And Deb, just stay there.
Oh my goodness.
That's Margaret and I. I used to have conferences in Boston all the time, and we've more than once extended a trip. Like she'd fly out at the end of the conference, and then we get a car and drive up to Kennebunkport and stay at Captain Lord Mansion. It's a bed and breakfast up there, and just eat seafood for a weekend. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Nice.
love it, love it. Beautiful
Yeah,
country.
we need to get up there still. We still haven't been yet.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't? You
So-
live like
No.
what, an hour away, 2 hours tops?
No, to get even just into the state probably take 3 hours. And that's just the tippity tip.
And you've never been?
Not yet. I mean, because we know we want to plan like a weekend and Urian works a lot and we just when he has, it's usually like, oh, you suddenly don't have to work this weekend. But it's kind of late then to
Yeah.
Right. Right. To plan
so
something.
Right.
yeah, we need to plan it, like really plan something, and then just hope that he doesn't have to do a ton of work at the same time.
Oh. All right. So now I'm really mad at you, Deb. You dug for clams tonight.
See,
Oh my.
I'm here. See, I have a ban here. I have a ban button.
Oh my.
Yeah, we're gonna fix Deb right now. I'm gonna hit ban.
Oh, and there's nothing better. I mean, because we lived in Florida for a short while, and I don't know, as high school age, and these guys, they had a big clam bake. They had dug clams all day, and then they invited a bunch of us teenagers over. We had a big clam bake party. Those are the best clams. Those were so good.
Yep. 66.
like-
All right, that's it, Deb. Banned, gone.
Goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Don't
funny.
want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I'm on the west side of the house upstairs, and I had to open the door tonight just to get enough airflow in here. It just gets so hot when it's like this. I got 2 snails. She went clam digging and got 2 snails.
Oh, I thought you said you had 2 snails. I'm like,
No,
what? What do you have?
I would.
What are you doing? Nails.
I wouldn't say I went clam digging and ended up with 2 snails. That's no.
Oh my
Come on,
goodness.
Deb. So, um,
Maybe
okay,
she's going to have escargot.
yeah, with 2 snails. Yeah,
Don't those have to be the right kind of snail?
I think so.
Probably. I think so. Yeah. I wouldn't
And I,
just eat
Yeah,
any old snail.
yeah. I don't think you just grab a couple and go for it. No.
No, because I think it tastes like mud.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm jealous. Yeah, Jennifer, you got to get up there. I think it's still there. Captain Lord Mansion is where we stay. And
probably.
it's a massive, it's a big bed and breakfast, old, giant Victorian house, all fixed up. You got to go.
Wow.
The first time,
Yeah.
the first time Marga and I went, it was a full blown nor'easter. It was just
My
howling and raining, and we pulled in. It was evening, and we pulled into Kennebunkport, and there's a little bridge that goes over a stream. And there was a guy in the full-blown Maine yellow slicker with the hat. The who's the fish guy? The frozen.
Captain. I
Yeah.
was gonna say Captain Morgan, but that's not it. That's
No,
the alcohol
no.
guy.
That's
That's my best friend lately.
But anyway, there was so we enter
I
Kennebunkport.
can't
The
remember.
wind is howling, the rain is sideways, and here's this guy in official rain gear. It was great. And then it rained like that most of the weekend, so we just built a fire in the bed and breakfast and stayed there and consumed
that's-
alcohol and let the world go by. It was fine. Yeah.
And that's an experience too, because as long
Right.
as you're safe, it can be fun.
Right. Oh, we had a great time.
As
Yeah.
long as you're safe and in a safe place, it can be very charming.
Yeah.
to
You
go
got to
to a
go,
storm.
Jennifer. You're there. Go.
We're thinking about it this summer. Like next week, I'm going to Florida with my mom, and we were going to road trip together down there, but gas is crazy,
Yeah.
and then Urian's work has just gotten crazy. It goes in spurts, and it just isn't working. But I think maybe July or August we might be able to, because it might slow down a little,
Yeah.
and he might be able to get like an extended, maybe 5 days or something.
Go to Maine.
Because
Oh,
I
it's
told him, I'm
beautiful.
like, instead of doing a big road trip down to Florida, we can do a little road trip to Maine because we haven't
Yeah.
been yet.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
it'll cost a little bit of gas and not like a
Right.
bazillion.
Right. Yeah.
Still cost.
Right.
Still going to be
Right.
expensive, but
Well, you get there and you just don't go anywhere for a weekend, so it's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gorton's
Just relax.
Gorton's Fisherman. Yeah, that's what it was.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take the Sophie. My poor baby is so blind now. I think she finally lost all her sight.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
gone.
Oh, that's too
Oh.
bad.
Yeah, but she bumps into stuff a lot, but she's getting around well. I think because it came on gradually, she's dealing with it pretty well. But
Yeah.
she's blind now. I
Oh.
mean,
That's too bad.
Oh.
poor girl.
Just don't move anything in the house.
Which we
Yeah.
don't I mean, we don't have kids, and
Right.
so everything pretty much stays in one spot, which has made it easy for her too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
she just plows into Girly every now and then. The cat
Oh.
full on plows into her. And Girly's like, whatever, sorry.
All right. Show us that Tamari ball there, Jennifer.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
It's all Jennifer all the time.
Oh, there I am. So here it is.
Here, just a minute. I'm taking this thing off the.
And I'm gonna move my camera closer because if I'm gonna stitch on it, I need it closer anyway when I move it down. Okay. Is that good?
Yep.
All right, so there it is. There's the big, so that's one of the poles. So each pole has a big flower, and then it's surrounded by smaller pentagons. So it's a hexagon with pentagons, and then these diamondy shapes in the middle. And then like this one This one I don't have done. I just have the beginning started.
I'd go with that right there. Wow.
It's beautiful.
But so there's the main one on top that I got finished. And you can see how it's like, how it's
I
really
love how
layered.
yes, I love the layers. I love the layers.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Man.
And after I got it stitched, I really sat down and the eye of my needle, I really fussed with those and like kind of straighten them all out. And
Yeah.
every now and then it'll, oops, wrong side. Doing this backwards. Every now and then it gets a little, it folds over a little. But,
Yeah.
When you have it displayed and you're not touching it, everything will stay in one place.
Right.
But yeah, it gets very dimensional.
It's beautiful.
It is.
So there's that one.
just
And that's the
beautiful.
one that I redid because I had more like light yellows and darks. And the way it was coming together, I just didn't like how it looked. It bothered me. And I was stitching on it. And you know how you're stitching on it? You just don't want to because the colors are just wrong. And you're like, oh, I can't do anymore. I had to take it out because I couldn't stand it. And then this one's pretty awesome.
Yep.
So that one goes from dark to light, or she also had it, she had two balls. My teacher had two balls stitched, one with dark to light and one with light to dark.
Oh,
And
and
they
I bet
both
that really
look,
changed it.
yeah, it did. And this one needs beads going around, right around in here are going to be beads. And
Just
that's
one
even with the
row of them?
teacher. Yeah, and our
Okay.
teacher even put those. So, and then, but I don't have them yet. And then there's this one, which is very weavy, lots of weaving.
Yeah. The dimension you're getting out of this is one where you can say you're fully entitled to brag about your own work when you say this is pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
that is.
just legitimately brag. Yep. Go for it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Man, that's amazing.
Yes, it's lovely. And then this one is the one that you can see I've started French knots.
Yep.
The
All around
light.
the center circle there.
Right. And this one's
Okay.
interesting because, yeah, I keep turning it the wrong way. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, okay, here, I'm pointing. So here you go around and you do the middle, and then we skipped it and we came out here, and then we did a round where you came and you did like in the middle part here.
Mm.
And you like wrapped the middle, and then you did one that went around, and then you wrapped that middle part, like you did a final row with a wrappy there. Lots of interesting changes on this one.
Yeah, very
Boy.
neat.
Hold up that
Very
needle
neat.
to that thing. We talk. Holy
This
smokes!
is
It's a
the
stiletto.
this is the 5-inch one. See?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about
Right.
these in the podcast. If you haven't listened to today's podcast,
Right.
we talked about these monstrous needle she uses.
And then here's the one that I use for the normal stitching, and you can see that
It won't go all the
you
way
wouldn't
through. Yeah.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Man.
So to get far away and get the depth you need to use the big one. But like on a smaller ball, this one would work just fine.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
You can get that distance that you need and stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the
Right.
one that I started when I taught my mom and them, and I finished it.
Oh, pretty.
So, ta-da!
So cool.
Thanks.
So many variations.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Okay, and Josie wants to know, how are you going to display the big ball?
Probably in one of those cases that you put soccer balls and stuff in. Or maybe I'll
Oh,
make room in one of my glass cases if they're deep enough. One of my glass uh what are bookshelves.
Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But then, I've got so many books, I don't know if there's room.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of books, like a lot of books.
No,
I've
that
got a
has to
book
be in a
problem.
soccer ball acrylic box so you can see all sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
that way you can see it more. And if you do put it in somewhere, you just rotate it every now and then.
Right. No, you gotta. Yeah.
But
Okay, and say Dee wants to know what kind of threads are you using?
uh Pearl 5 DMC.
It's
Like this is
amazing.
a variegated one. I really want to try with have you seen on some of the other like embroidery websites that kohana, like you were talking about the kohana, and sometimes they have that the cotton, the Japanese cotton. Is it noni?
Mm.
Yes. Okay. Uh-huh. I
You know,
yeah,
they
I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm talking about? And they use that for tamari. And I've seen lots and lots of tamari done in that stuff. And it's the cotton base of the ball. And then they, instead of using these kinds of guidelines like the Kreinik and stuff, they just use two strands of that cotton held side by side. And then that's what they use for the guidelines. And then
Mm.
they stitch with that cotton. And a lot of times they do it where the colors are like, they're very faded and pastel and muty, and it gives a whole different look. It's very pretty. Whereas
That's
this is
the
very
amazing
bright.
thing about that is when you look at that, you think, oh, I wonder what sophisticated thread she's using, and then it's just DMC Pro Cotton, and
Mm-hmm.
you get just those stunning colors and variations, and
Yeah, so this is like, if you're from far away, it's like, oh, look at that.
oh yeah,
Right.
you don't have to tell us.
Pretty.
We can see it.
It's
I know.
gorgeous.
Don't you just like to
Just
just stare at it though?
I know.
yes.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah,
And you can see there that that's a navy blue.
right. Oh.
Yeah, the
Okay,
color.
show us how to do a French knot when you can't go all the way through to the other side.
All right. That's going to require some moving of the camera. Okay, do you want to zoom
Here,
in?
I'll zoom you in. That's as far as I can
Oops.
go.
Ah,
That's pretty good.
okay, is that pretty good?
Yep, that'll work.
Okay,
That's perfect.
nice. So, okay, I tried now when I was doing on a smaller ball, I did use my small, regular old sharp needle,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried it with this one, and because it's so shallow, it wasn't poking through enough. It wasn't working. So I am using the longer needle, but it's only the 3-inch needle. It's not the big one.
Just the 3-inch.
Yeah,
It's only the dagger, not the sword. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we can see. So wrap. I know everybody has their method of French knots. I like to go back. Doing it kind of from an angle, so it's kind of hard to see.
So you just skim the surface of the thread then.
Yeah, and then you have to make sure you push everything down, and then
Holy smokes.
I kind of pull the needle up so I can get the thread down and not way up here on the shaft, and then
And be careful you don't snag the other threads too. Yeah.
yeah, that's what the shorter needle was being problematic with that. So ta-da.
Huh. Do it again. Do it again.
Yes, so do it again. We see that. Like, all right, so you just go a little bit underneath.
And then I make sure I pulled the thread kind of down.
Right.
trying not to block with my hand, using my left hand. And I just make sure it doesn't, do weird things there at the end. And you
So
can kind
that,
of move
okay,
them
so
around.
when you put that needle through the loop, that's where normally we just hold the thread to keep the tension. That keeps the tension for you.
Right. So like, let's see. So I wound it around, putting it in, coming out kind of where, because I need to leave room, because I like to start here. I like to go back. I know some people do their French knots and they go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like you come, and I like to go, on these, I like to go back. It just depends. Sometimes I usually go backwards though, because then the French knot tends to be on top of itself instead of moving,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Yeah.
So I don't pull it too tight, but there we go.
And you got to go all the way around that center circle. Huh?
Yeah. And then, hang on. And then in these little areas here are going to be little lazy daisies.
No.
A little lazy daisy stitch in each one of these little.
Oh, wow.
It's
Whoa.
cute. It's super cute. Come on.
Yeah, I wondered about that too, if it wasn't at times kind of tough to get the thread through all that
Yeah,
fiddly stuff.
kind of. But it worked out. Ta-da!
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Very
great.
nice.
And then you just go around and
And I can see why some people would want beads, not so much because they don't want to do the French knots, but adding the beads would add a layer of sparkle.
yeah, you can make it blingy
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So,
Yeah, it
I mean,
would
our
just
our
add.
teacher, she was real traditional. So the fact that and then Michelle, that um we did the show with her.
Mm-hmm.
She's always blinging and stuff. And at first, our teacher was like, "Oh, I don't know about that." And now she put beads on her sunflower ball, and we were all like, "Wow, we converted her." Or Michelle did. She's doing beads because she was real, because she studied. Our teacher studied in Japan and stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, is everybody in your group, your little elite Tamari group, um, are you all doing the same ball?
yeah, yep, we're all doing the sunflower ball, and it's so funny. Everybody's color of blue for their base color, their serger thread is all different, and we
Huh.
all live in Connecticut. It's like, how did we all end up with different colors of base thread? We all live in the same state, which is tiny. It's funny,
That's
but
so cool. I'm trying
yep,
to
yeah.
picture lazy daisies in there. What's
Michelle
that?
moved to Virginia. Michelle moved to Virginia,
The
but
Michelle that
she
did the show
joins
with
us on.
us?
Yeah, she's doing the classes with us via Zoom.
Oh,
So she shows up on the Zoom. The rest of us are at somebody's house.
Well, that's nice though. See, that's the one nice thing that happened that we all learned how to use Zoom. You know,
Right? Yeah.
it's you kind of get a little tired of Zoom sometimes, but at least it's better than not losing your teacher. Oops,
Right.
shook my.
Well, the teacher shows up, but
Yeah,
Michelle
yeah.
just isn't.
yeah, and she can move and stay in the group still, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And since she's does so much and stuff, it's she's advanced enough that our teacher can talk her through it over Zoom. We tried doing one Zoom class where everybody was at home during COVID, and our teacher did not like it.
Yeah.
She was not a fan because if somebody needed help, it was hard to tell, and yeah, she wasn't into it.
Okay, Ivy wants to know, would your teacher ever make this into a pattern and sell it to people?
She said, now who knows if if she'll do it or what, but she's like, I should make these into a book, and we're all like,
Yes.
yeah, because
Yep.
she designed these. They have her copyright on the pattern, so
Right.
they
Right.
are her design and stuff. And some of these flowers she made up herself, and it's like with quilt blocks and stuff like that. Some stuff is it's just there. It's the baseline.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
but then certain techniques or certain things can be, individual and copyrighted and stuff.
Right. Right.
Patterns.
And
That
she
is
just
just
does
so
these
lovely.
designs for your group then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
so cool.
for herself and for our group,
That's so cool.
because she likes doing it. So, but yeah, she should do a book
Yeah, she should.
Mm-hmm.
because yeah. Oops, I didn't check the thread before I pulled through.
Oh.
There, I pulled it.
Ivy's on board. If she comes up with
Oh,
a book, Ivy's on board.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there are other books out there that you can
Right.
buy, but you've got to be able to. Like I said, when I did the class, the part with the measuring, making the measuring device for your ball, and dividing it up, and then putting your guidelines on is, until you've done it once, is the most. You just don't know. You're like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's only the first time I've ever taught it though, so
Yeah.
maybe other teachers are more experienced at telling how to do it. I don't know.
Well,
I
but
was
you can
like,
understand why it's so important once you really you stop and think. Because if your guidelines are off, then it's going to be all wonky. It's going
yeah.
to be
And the
wonky.
smaller the ball, the more important your measurements are. Because you get smaller and it gets tighter, and every little misalignment shows up so much more
Yeah.
on
Right.
a smaller
Right.
one.
And
So,
a lot of people expressing interest in one show where we were talking about this. We started listing books, and because I ran across that list the other day where I was writing the books down. Every one of them either started or ended with Tamari, so I quit making notes. So
right.
just go to Amazon or whatever and just put in Tamari, and
Yeah, Tamari books. Like Barbara B. Seuss and, is it Diana Vandervoort, are the two kind of big ones.
yeah, the Seuss one is the name that comes up all the time.
Right.
Right.
She's like the queen, huh? The queen of Tamari.
she, yeah, I guess. Maybe she just is the one that's made books that everybody can understand, or
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, and she taught. I know she at one point. I think she had a class that through EGA.
Oh,
Yeah, and I just saw that she was like stopping doing it or something, or it was going to be the last
Yeah.
one recently, or
Yeah. I think she might be done. So
so.
right.
now when you're doing this and the fact that the ball is sitting in your lap and moving around, you just get used to that.
Yeah, it's actually, a big one's easier than a small one, because the small one you have to hold it, and sometimes you get a death grip and you
Oh,
don't realize you have the death grip, and then your hands all sore, your arms all sore, your neck's all sore, and you're like, you don't need to grab it that hard.
Right.
Like when I first was doing it, I used to get so sore and so tired because I was gripping too hard and doing everything too hard and pushing too hard with my needle. And you have to, and like everybody at when I did my class, my mom and my aunts and my cousin, they were all like, "Oh my God, my neck is sore, my shoulders are sore."
Got to learn to
And
relax.
yeah, and they were, they were all drinking some wine, so
Yeah, we've
that at
established that
least
that's an
helped a
important
little.
factor. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, that is beautiful stuff.
it is.
Thanks. Yeah, and once you get going on the French knots, they're really easy. I mean, I've always liked French knots, though. I know some people hate them with a passion.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
I don't either.
When you get one right, it's pretty cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing how many wraps? 3 wraps?
I do 1, I guess 3. It depends on how you count it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 2, 3.
Yeah,
And that's like 1, 2, but it looks like 3.
right.
Because 1 would be too small, and then you get too many, and then it's just a big, weird, blobby thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just it. You got to adjust for the dimensions of your piece, you know.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Oh,
It
folks,
is.
if you haven't, I don't want to make a big deal of this, but if you haven't listened to today's podcast, at the end, Jenifer and I talk about depression and
Yes.
some of the techniques that Jenifer uses to deal with it. If it's something you deal with, it might be worth the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or so. We talked about that, and it might be helpful to you. I don't know, but
Yeah. Like, let's see. Here's that tapping solution app that I was talking about.
okay.
That's my little dashboard. And then let's see, tapping. So it's got different things. You can see how you can pick different topics.
Oh yeah.
It tells what's popular. They have series. They have little fun challengey things. I have the paid version, but I think down here they have health, emotional freedom, fears and phobias like fear of speaking in public, fear of flying. I'm stressed about, pick what you're stressed about. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Motivate me to exercise. They have like for losing weight, pain relief. I've done the pain one before. I've had like pain like in my hip or in my shoulder or headache, and it really does help.
And what's the name of the app? So if people want to search for it.
Sleep support. The tapping solution.
Okay. Because
Sports
you
performance.
said in the podcast that you started with the free one, and that helped you enough that it inspired you to just pay for the whole shooting match.
Look, Tony Robbins. Everybody knows Tony Robbins. He has a couple. He contributed. Turn your day around.
I have to
Stop a
say,
panic
I have
attack.
no idea who Tony Robbins is. But
Oh, he's like a health guru guy. And are these the
okay.
ones? Is this the one that says that they're always free? So they have Envisioning Peace. Oh yeah, these ones are all free all the time. Envisioning Peace in Ukraine, crisis support, Ukrainian support. Like if you're stressed out about these things and you want to do like a meditation on them,
Yeah.
Coronavirus anxiety. What else? Military and veteran support.
Mm-hmm.
They have ones for like teachers and healthcare workers. They have stuff for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's helped a ton for me.
Well, I was just really glad we got on that subject and stayed on it for a little bit. I thought that was
yeah.
helpful.
I didn't know how much she really wanted to talk about it, but
Yeah,
it's
I think it
something
is. I
yeah,
think
I mean,
people can always use that help. It's all, there's and if it helps one other person, that's great, you
yeah,
know.
and I mean, yeah, it's just, it helps to talk about it and then helps to hear that other people have it. And then another thing is, anybody that watches soap operas out there, I mean, we stay home and stitch all day. Who doesn't watch soap operas, right? Uh, but
Right, right.
but General Hospital, Sonny, Maurice Bernard from General Hospital, he's been on for like 30 some years or something. He has bipolar. And they've even written it into his character and stuff. And he's had like nervous breakdowns on the show. Like they've had his character do nervous breakdowns. And he started a podcast called State of Mind. And he interviews like, lots of course, different soap actors, because that's who he has super easy access to. But he recently, and I haven't listened to this interview yet, but he interviewed a guy that was held captive in another country. But he talks about mental health and mental illness and what he's gone through, and then he talks to other, and you find out these other actors have like bipolar, or they have these all these depressions, or they have OCD, and they have all this stuff, and that you thought that they were, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Right.
we're just all normal people like everybody else, and this is what I went through, and this is how I got help, and it just shows you that you're not alone.
Right.
Because
Right.
sometimes you feel like you're in a big, deep black hole and you're all alone down there. And
Right. It's nice to know there are
so,
other people there and that you can reach out and get some help. And I think that's
yeah,
the important. It's reaching out and getting help, whatever works for you. Yeah.
right.
Well, and
Yeah,
you're
like
so
I got
right.
on,
If every discussion helps one person, it's so worth it.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I mean, I never did do therapy or anything, but I was able to read books and stuff. And I think some of that helped me.
Hmm.
And then just admitting to myself that I have a problem and that I want it to change,
Right.
Right.
As with any problem, if you don't know you have a problem, and then if you don't want to change, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that was a
but
good
yeah.
discussion, and thanks for being open enough to talk about it. That's
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
yeah.
It's, yeah, it's like, it's better for me to just talk about it than to think people, I mean, people think I'm being distant or something, or I don't know. Sometimes, when you go through depression, you get kind of distant and you don't want people to think that you're backing away. It's like, no, it's really, I'm having depression right now. And so I may not be as open and jolly as normal,
Right. Right.
you know?
Yep.
So, and stitching helps,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's part of the anxiety calming because I have those antsy hands. And I
Right.
start
And it
pulling
is.
at my hair and stuff. And then that just makes the anxiety worse. So,
Okay, I'm putting us all back on the
oops.
screen.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure everybody's done with me making French knots. And like,
Yeah, we get it.
I know, it's like, okay, you can do French knots. Woohoo for you. I'll send all my French knots to you.
What are you working on, Beth?
I'm putting in little people now. They're the last things. I'm putting in the little
Oh,
people.
Oh,
are you putting
there's like
blonde hair for Jenifer?
No, it's all gonna be brunettes.
what?
And
Oh, okay.
I-
Please give me some
sorry.
hair, will you?
There's none charted. I'm sorry. You're out of luck.
There's none charted?
Oh,
Oh, ouch.
you can put some in.
Ouch.
You
Put
know what
some
I
little
could do?
wispy fringes along the outside.
Yo, thanks.
No,
Thanks a
no,
lot.
no, no. I could do bullion knots.
Oh
Just
no.
Yeah, that's a good
Bullion
look.
knots.
Yeah, that's a
He
good
doesn't
look.
have that much
Thanks.
hair. No, wispy fringes is better.
That's a good
Uh,
look. Bullion
yeah,
knots, yeah.
yeah,
That's
don't you
funny.
guys think? What do you guys think? Should we do bullion nuts on?
No,
Goodness.
No, I guess not, huh? Okay.
no, no.
Oh, thanks, Kim. This has been a fun stitch. If anyone was wondering, this is a fun little stitch. I just I kept looking at that yellow piece of fabric I had left from what I sent to Gary, and I was like, oh, what could
There's the,
use?
here, I'll put it up at the top. If you want to download the thing that Beth's working on,
Come
Yeah,
on.
that Kim put together for our 500 show, that's where it's at. It's free.
yeah.
Send a picture to Kim of your work, and then she'll take that and make it into a scissor fob for you.
Yeah, and then she said she's sorry that she only had a few pixels to work with, so she would give you some hair.
Some whisper thread. Okay, Kim, enough of you. I have a ban button here, folks. I have a.
It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
A
Oh, a little
wispy.
patch of turkey work. That is a great idea.
Who said that? Who said that?
Candy.
I'm making a list.
Oh no, that's funny.
I'm making a
There we
list
go.
right now.
Oh, taking ideas,
Oh,
people.
that's hilarious.
We like it,
Oh man.
like a little toupee, you know? Ah, right. Just make me laugh.
Oh, I should do this one with the big needle. No.
All right, so what are you working on, Gary?
Well, I broke out the banding thing again
Oh, good.
because I started on the Gay Ann Rogers Lady Mary geometric the other day, and I haven't gotten back to it. And but for tonight, I broke out the banding thing. I really need to work on this more. It's a long list, Sandy. Don't worry about it. You have a lot of company. No, I had my road bike. Actually, all my bikes have. Yeah, it's all right, Shar. It's not. It's okay. All my road bikes have hydraulic disc brakes, and or all of my bikes do, and all of them, two of them. And I had to replace the pads and the brake fluid in my road bike, and I'd never done that before. And usually I take it to the shop. So the last 2 nights I've spent learning how to do it. And I got it. Got it the first time without spilling oil all over everything. So that's been my focus.
Oh, yeah.
When I went out this morning and went down the first steep hill and hit the brakes at the bottom, they actually worked. So it was
Yeah, yeah.
that was
That would be
comforting.
that would be bad if they didn't work. That would be like,
Yeah. Mustache, yes, doing that too.
Yep. Yeah, Ivy. I do the skin thing too sometimes. The picking. Hair split end picking. Hair pulling, fiddling, twirling, and yeah.
All of those things, huh?
All the problems that you have when you have anxiety. Things you
right.
do.
Yeah. And I think I think it is we are becoming a little bit more anxious after all everyone's got a little bit, I wouldn't say
Yeah,
everyone, but people have
the
something, and it's like,
COVID really threw a lot of people for a loop.
right. And just being able to find, a way to talk it through, or other people to, you know, have the same thing, so you're not feeling so alone. Man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah. Help.
Yes, I'm better in the summer than I am in, like I said, headache season really brings it out for me.
Mm-hmm.
But but I have it just all the time, but it gets the worst then. So all right, now I'm gonna do the lazy daisies.
Ooh, good.
Oh, that's what Carrie wanted to see. You see those
Yay.
lazy
Oh,
days. Yeah.
I know. I haven't done one on the on Tamari ball yet, so let's see how this goes.
Oh, nothing like doing it on a live show.
Yeah, it's all good.
Well, let's just put you in full all your glory here, and
Oh, again? So we just go through and down and okay, I think I can do that.
no
Oh,
pressure.
I'm sorry
Come
about
on.
your daughter, Teal. Breaking her collarbone. Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh, ow.
Yeah.
Man, one time in my house here, I was the doorways are kind of narrow and it's a smaller old house and I was going somewhere fast and I stood up and I turned around and I was going out the door and I kind of turned and was going as I was went and I slammed my collarbone into the door frame and I heard it
Ooh.
crack. And I was like, "Oh," and then it got
Ouch.
a bump. So then I went to the ortho now place and I was like had it x-rayed. I'm like, did I crack it? Because I've got this bump. I just bruised my bone really bad, they said.
Uh,
I was like, oh my
Wow.
gosh. I was worried that I cracked it because it hurt too.
Yeah.
Come up and down. Okay.
Kim wants to know, are you going to have a red sunflower on there?
They're all some sort of a shade of like these kind of tawny orangey colors and yellow. So
Hmm.
that might be about as red as it gets. Let's see. Here's my box of colors that I have. I have some brighter oranges and stuff that I haven't really used yet. Here's one that's more red. Is this what, 606?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they might be popping up, just not yet.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I want you to keep us posted on that one because that is just so pretty.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks. We're having our next class in a couple of months because July 4th got in the way. So we're not having another class till August.
mm.
So is this the color that I want to do these in? Sure. Hmm. Yeah, that'll work. If I don't like it, I can take it out and do another color. All right. Oh, oh, it stayed. Okay, I thought I was going to pull through. It didn't.
Oh, a cool thing. That's right. I knew there was one more other thing I wanted to share. A very cool thing. A guy named Eric Cedeno, who goes by the Instagram name Bicycle Nomad. There was, I don't know how many years ago, a long time ago, there was a group of African American soldiers who traveled from Missoula, Montana to St. Louis by bike as a test for the Army to decide if bikes were a better vehicle than horses for moving soldiers.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my.
And it's like 1,900 miles or something, I forget what it was. And so then they went through this whole thing, and there's documentation of it and everything. Well, this Eric Cedeno, the bicycle nomad, started yesterday, and he is following that route all the way to Forest Park, which is the big park here in St. Louis. And so he's following that route across the Dakotas, I think, and so on, just to experience and call attention to this effort that the soldiers did. They decided to pass pass on the thing, but I read some things about it. They went through some pretty tough times with their bikes because their bikes were laden with all their, their tents and all their stuff, and they didn't have that lightweight stuff we have now. But yeah, so it's just a cool piece of history, and he's really calling attention to it with his bike ride. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's pretty interesting.
Biking nomad?
Yes, bike nomad, Eric Cedeno.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, Kim. I'm not Kim. Jenifer, what happens if you break a thread?
Like which thread?
Like if you, I don't think it matters. Let's say you break a thread while you're stitching. You
Like
just
one of the blue
pick,
ones?
I don't know. What are you asking, Sandy? One of the
You
blue
break one
ones
of
or
the
one of the ones
blue ones. Well, they'd be pretty hard to break one of these. These are pretty thick.
Mm,
But if you break one of these blue ones, then you can just kind of unwind it and shove it back in or bury it
okay.
underneath other stuff. Just,
Okay.
Let's see. I think that's good. It's not very fat. It be fatter.
Ooh, Kim, broke your ankle bad enough you had to have a plate put in? Ouch.
When was that? Oh, 2006.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
Oh,
Did the plate stay in, Kim, or was it just till it got healed and then it came back out?
well, I'm sure it's in there.
Do you have x-rays? Show us x-rays, Kim.
I have x-rays in my jaw surgery.
Do you really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh.
break out all our physical maladies. Show all our
Yeah.
x-rays.
That's
You want to
it.
see?
Okay. Sandy wants to know if it's one of the top pattern threads, what happens? Like, let's say you accidentally snip one, maybe not break it, but like if you
Oh,
snip something
well,
accidentally, do you cry?
I don't know.
I would,
You'd probably
I
have
would
to
cry.
take the whole dang flower out and start over, depending on where it is.
Oh, that's painful. That's worse than Kim's
Yeah.
broken ankle.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, how's that?
Yeah,
I like that.
look at that.
That is kind of how hers look.
I like that. But I like Lazy Daisies. I like the chain stitch.
See, that's how it looks in the pattern.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it is
nice.
kind of. It'll just add extra interest, right?
Yep. It's still in there with about 8 wood screws.
I have screws in my jaw.
Mm.
Okay. In a sick, warped way, I want to see the x-ray.
Kim,
I'll show you
I
my
don't.
X-ray.
I don't want I can't explain it, but in a sick, warped way, I want to see how that got put together.
Who,
Oh,
Kim or me?
Either. I'll go for the ride. Yeah.
Come on. Hang on. Okay, let's see.
I like that Lazy Daisy in there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Adds a little something.
But I want to put a bead in the middle of there because I like bling. Okay, sorry, but that's just me. Or it's like, oh, I just want to put a bead around there. Just
Oh, I know what the problem. No, go back.
Okay, Kim, I'll go for the ride. I'm putting this all
Here
back
we
on the screen.
go.
Putting this all back on.
all right. Okay.
I'll go
All
for the
right, here
ride,
we
Kim.
go.
Do it.
There it is.
Oh,
Plates.
Close your eyes if you're
screws.
squeamish.
whoa,
They
whoa.
took my face apart and put it back together.
Oh my.
Yep. One side of my jaw grew long. And it ended up having like a 1/4 inch gap. So that's why, where are we? These teeth over here are so flat because they're the only teeth that touched in my mouth for a few years.
Oh,
And so they had to, and then I wore a retainer, but my top jaw did follow. So they had to cut off all my top jaw, my top
yo.
teeth. They shaved it down, and then they put it back on and put it in. You can see screws and stuff. And then they cut the side part of your jaw apart, and they rearrange it and put screws in there. And then they did a little bit of a chin thing there for me. Brought my chin forward a little because I asked for it. Ta-da!
Well, if you're going to go through all that, yeah, some adjustment.
Yeah.
You're entitled to some adjustment. Yeah.
He's like, but while we're there, is there anything that, I'm like, my chin's back a little too far. It's always bothered me. Yeah, I was
Oh, that's super.
17. 17 when I
Wow.
got that done. Yep.
Wow. For the
And then I
person who just dropped in, this is a stitching show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, they stitched my face back together. So.
Wow.
Oh,
Yes. I have all the joy, right?
oh my. Make
And then
life interesting.
I had my feet done. I had bunions really bad, so I have screws in the pinky toe and big toe side of each of my feet too. So I have screws there. And then I got my appendix out, so I have a staple in my tummy.
Hmm.
So,
Oh.
yeah. So I'm just the bionic woman.
Kendra just joined in. I see Tamari and X-rays. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and Linda's going la 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 because she's like, okay, that's enough of that.
Oh no, it's so funny.
We're a full service show here. Full
That's
service.
right.
Yeah,
You never know what you're going to learn on Fiber Talk. We're always here to educate.
That's
To
right. Today's
educate you on.
the maladies of Jenifer show today. So
Too funny.
Jenifer shares all her problems. Oh dear.
Oh, okay. I like these little people. I'm almost got. I've got a. Oh, my little girl's
You
got
can put us
one.
all on again. Oh, look, there's Sophie came in to say hi.
Hi, Sophie.
Precious. Usually I have her. Oh, her and Girly are snooping under the table. They're fine. Okay. The precious.
Oh my, it's quarter after.
I saw
quarter
Kim was
after already?
posting her picture. I cannot remember the name of it. The
Huh?
one she Lindy Stitches was doing one that a bespoke piece for Kim, and that was coming out really nice, Kim.
Oh,
I didn't
right.
comment on it. That was really with you're calling it a gopher, not a squirrel. That it looks like the squirrels I have. It's so hot they've been laying on the sidewalks to in the shade, kind of all sprawled to try to cool off.
Oh, goodness. I know I was watching the beginning of Kim's show that she did the other night. She was talking about the cats and the asthma, and one of my cats just died from all that, and I was like, oh, you're making me sad because it's making me think of all my kitties that just passed away, and I had to stop watching because I was getting sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll fast forward through that part and watch the rest of it, Kim, I promise.
Oh, the sun always shines at Sassy Jack. That's a good.
Come on, go through.
Oh, you weren't done with his tail. Okay. Yeah, it did kind of look like a gopher with that this tail on there. And I don't like gophers. I have lots of squirrels, but gophers and I do not get along. I'm not too thrilled with the squirrels sometimes, but the gophers really make me mad. Because they'll take a bite out of my vegetables and then that's it. They'll just take one bite. And then they're
Right.
okay, you silly gophers.
Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah. If you're gonna take a bite, eat the whole thing, please.
Right, right. Don't just take one out of everything, just it's like you got a little kid in the garden or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. I think we'll
Oh my goodness.
wrap this up here.
Feet hurt.
Send in your email for the drawing. One for Rainbow to get the thread packs, and the other for Needlepoint to get the needlepoint pack or needlepoint kits. One, the other, or both. Just enter once. Do it quick. Gonna go do the drawing here in just a minute. And Allison Cole Sunday. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's a good one. You'll
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Wrong way.
And next week we will have Gayanne Rogers and a picture of Kim's scrambled ankle. That's going to be our medical.
That's right.
Our medical segment will be Kim's scrambled ankle. That's what we'll do.
yes, yes,
See, all
yes.
those wires and screws are all in here.
And whose daughter had the? I mean, maybe we need to have the next week. We'll do the collar teal. Yes, we're going to have the collarbone. No,
No,
no, that's not. This is not a good practice to have. No.
no, no, no. Oh wait,
So-
look, she just have a one-legged girl. We've got to talk for a couple more minutes. No, geez.
Oh.
Here, look, look,
What?
look.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
jeez.
one-legged. Yep, stitch quick before she
Nice.
falls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you had fun. We had a good time doing it, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.